Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome to another TEW2020 Experiment video. And today, as you can see, we're starting somewhat a little different. We're starting in the database editor, and there is a reason for that you will be able to tell by the title, I assume, especially if I go to the power structure, because you will be able to see that the current head booker of the WWE is CM Punk. Yes, we are asking the question, what if CM Punk was WWE's head booker? What if he had so many problems with the booking and a lot of other things, but a lot of problems with the booking? And so what if he was in charge of it? What if Vince McMahon said, you do it? You have a problem, you do it then. And so that's what we're looking at. CM Punk, WWE's head booker, using the Miracle on Bourbon Street mod. So starting April 2014, just after WrestleMania 30, CM Punk obviously last appearance at WWE was Royal Rumble 2014, so 3 months prior, very much, 3 months. Going here though, CM Punk starting off injured, I do believe, for 3 months, but other than that, he'll have full booking control. Once he returns, he'll be able to book himself as well. What will happen? Will he give himself the WWE title back? Will he give himself what he's always very publicly wanted, the main event of WrestleMania? I say we get into it and find out. So without further ado, I'm going to simulate forward a bit. Don't know how far, we'll see how it goes. And answer the question, what if CM Punk became WWE's head booker? And here we are, Monday, week 1, April 2016, 2 years forward, and WrestleMania 32 just done. First thing I see, Kofi Kingston winning the WWE World Heavyweight title for the first time by defeating Kane. No, I don't... okay. Kofi Kingston has his Kofi Mania moment 3 years early, but instead of beating Daniel Bryan, he beats Daniel Bryan's former tag partner Kane for it. What else happened at WrestleMania 32? Big Show defeated Brock Lesnar, Triple H defeated Sheamus in a tables match in a rematch from WrestleMania 26, I want to say. Hornswoggle retained the US title against Tyson Kidd and Alex Riley. Standard. Bad News Barrett defeated Jason Alberts and Kevin Owens to retain the Intercontinental title. CM Punk is not on this card, which is interesting, because I think he starts the game with out for an injury for 3 months, but looking at this, CM Punk is still here, but the main thing is he is not the booker anymore. There's a very clear reason for that, because the head booker is Shane McMahon, and Shane McMahon is also the owner. So if I go to recent news headlines, then I will see somewhere, I assumed I have to scroll for it. I'll just type it up. McMahon. Nope. Vince. Nope. Booker. Nope. Owner? No, I'm so bad at this. Shane? Right, that's clearly not going to work, so I'm scrolling. Unless it's gone. Because at some point, Vince McMahon has, as I've assumed, died. Yeah. Shane McMahon grabs hold of WWE at the beginning of December 2015, so pretty recently, 5 months ago, following Vince McMahon's death, I'll assume, and then he gave birth. And just because of the way that headline's been written, I'll congratulate Shane McMahon on giving birth. I'll assume he birthed the baby boy, and I'll assume he called it Vince. So Vince McMahon Jr., Vince McMahon Jr., Vince McMahon Sr., now Vince McMahon Jr. I mean, Mr. McMahon. Can I not spell? McMahon. Vince McMahon, yeah. He died in an accident. He was in... I shouldn't laugh. He died after being bitten by an infected rabid badger. He was 70 years old. R.I.P. Vince. What a way for the old man to go. So if we're judging CM Punk as a booker, we're judging to the end of November 2015, which I guess is where we look at. Let's start with the WWE title, because Kane was the champion. Did he do that? He did. Daniel Bryan started as WWE World Heavyweight Champion, of course. He held it for 4 months, just about, before losing it to Bray Wyatt. Fair enough. Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt, a lot of history there. Understandable. Booking decision. Bray Wyatt held it for 5 months before losing it to Big Show. You're losing me a little bit here. CM Punk, I'll be honest with you. Big Show held the WWE title for 7 months, including defending it successfully, may I add, at WrestleMania 31, Big Show defeated Mark Henry, Daniel Bryan, and CM Punk to retain the WWE title. So CM Punk's first order as head booker was to give himself the main event of WrestleMania. Fair enough. With Daniel Bryan, Mark Henry, and the Big Show. And Big Show retained the WWE title. You're cool, Punk. Big Show eventually losing it to Kane. So a bit of a payoff from the... I was going to say a payoff from the Authority storyline. The Authority hasn't happened, has it? But Big Show and Kane, former tag partners. Kane beating Big Show. Kane holding the title from July to March, holding it for 8 months before eventually losing it to the current champion, Kofi Kingston. Which, booking-wise, CM Punk is a bit mental what you've done. Very understandable. One of your first actions will be giving yourself the main event of WrestleMania. Fair enough. I don't know why in the year of our Lord and Saviour 2014 and 2015 Kane and Big Show are world champions, but that is your call, my man. US Championship. Hornswoggle, obviously the current champion. CM Punk with a booking masterclass. Dean Ambrose, the US champ at the start, held it till September, eventually losing it to Elias. Elias actually winning a championship in WWE. CM Punk a step ahead of the actual bookers in that. Elias held it for 3 months. Understandable. 6 defences though, a fighting champ. Lost it to Sheamus. Sheamus held it for 5 months. 13 defences. CM Punk likes a fighting champion. You have to say that at the very least. Sheamus lost it to Hornswoggle. Sheamus holds it for 5 months. Make 13 defences. He can't be stopped until Hornswoggle shows up. Hornswoggle holds it for 3 months and makes 12 defences. Jesus. Eventually loses it to Tyson Kidd. No complaint with that. Tyson Kidd holds it for 4 months. And then he loses it to Hornswoggle, who in 2 months has made 7 defences. Okay, CM Punk loves a fighting champion, understandable. But why is your fighting champions Kane, Big Show, and Hornswoggle? What is... Some weird choices. Intercontinental title-wise, bad news Barrett the champ, no complaint with that. The championship started on Big E. Big E lost it to Damien Sandow. 6 defences in 4 months. Lost it to Big E. Big E winning it back, holding it for 2 months with 9 defences in 2 months is mad. Losing it to Sandow again, who holds it for 3 months and makes 11 defences. Rey Mysterio wins it, 3 months, 5 defences. Kevin Owens wins it, 3 months, 7 defences. Ricardo Rodriguez, Alberto Del Rio's former ring announcer, now wrestler, wins it and holds it for 2 months with 1 defence. Understandable. Goldust winning some gold, holding it for 2 months, 6 defences. Wade Barrett, current champ, 2 months, 7 defences. Weirdly enough, the most realistic booking of a title from CM Punk so far, which is very weird to say considering it features Ricardo Rodriguez holding the belt. Tag title wise, okay. The champions at the start, the Usos hold it for 7 months, 14 defences, lose it to Harper and Rowan, hold it for 6 months, 8 defences, lose it to the Usos. Usos hold it for 5 months, 6 defences, lose it to RVD and Rey Mysterio, probably a fun tag team, who only held it for 3 months though. 5 defences, losing it to Usos, held it for 2 months, 1 defence, losing it to your current champs, Big E and Elias. I mean, that was Big E and Sandow, but Big E and Elias. Elias playing the music, Big E gyrating his hips, I can see it in my head. And the Divas Championship, of course, started with CM Punk's wife, AJ Lee. AJ holding it for a bit longer, holding it till June instead of losing it in April. 9 defences in total. Lost it to Mickie James, held it for 1 month, 2 defences. To Layla, 2 months, 3 defences. Back to Mickie James, held it for 2 months, 5 defences. Back to Layla, held it for 2 months, 3 defences. To Alicia Fox, held it for 3 months, 5 defences. Layla held it for 2 months, 6 defences. Natalia held it for 2 months, 2 defences. To Layla, who held it for 3 months, 8 defences. Victoria held it for 3 months, 7 defences. Tamina held it for 1 month, 2 defences. Lost it to your current champ, Layla. CM Punk really likes Layla, huh? Taking control off his wife, never giving it back to her. I mean, CM Punk, not responsible for all of this, of course. but he was responsible for 4 of those 5 Layla title reigns. Which, fair enough. I mean, that's the thing I'm not even acknowledging here. CM Punk's not even the one who made Kofi Mania. That's a Shane McMahon decision. CM Punk was happy with Kane and Big Show holding the titles. CM Punk was happy with Goldust and Ricardo Rodriguez as Intercontinental Champion, with the United States well, he did do United States Champion Hornswoggle. He did end that with Tyson Kidd, but Shane said, "Oh, go on then." So he's not completely blame free here. This is crazy. No titles for him though. He's not gone mad with power. He hasn't pulled a Cody Rhodes. 69 wins, 34 losses, a pretty fair record in all honesty. Doing all right for himself. No title though. No longer the head booker and currently out injured. Oh, go on. How long is CM Punk injured? Can I? I don't think I can look at that. Maybe there's a way to look at it. I'm just not big-brained enough to know it. CM Punk. Oh yeah, it's in headlines. Oh, CM Punk and AJ broke up as well. So he lost his job. What's the change? He loses his job as head booker. Nearly 2 months later, he damages his class 4. He gets a class 4 fractured larynx and out for 6 months. And then a month after that, him and AJ Lee break up. AJ Lee clearly seeing that CM Punk is in love with Layla with all the Divas titles and ending things. Oh, a strange experiment here. CM Punk, as to answer the question of what if CM Punk was head booker of WWE, it's very weird. He loves a fighting champion, say that much. They make a lot of defenses. He likes short reigns, but he likes giving long reigns to the world champions, which is fair, but he did make those world champions Big Show and Kane, which is weird, and he also made Hornswoggle United States champion for quite a while, which is also weird, but hey, he didn't go mad with power and give himself a mid-card title twice, so he's a step above Cody Rhodes in that aspect at least, as I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this experiment video. If you did, then leave a like, and if you have an experiment video, if you have any ideas for an experiment video you'd like to see, then drop a comment down below. This one came from a comment suggestion, so hey, I'm always open to taking comments and ideas you want to see. Subscribe to the channel for more content and more TEW2020 Experiment videos, and thank you for watching.